西明师兄开始了，那个上也说了。
好，对，那这边有we have English subtitle here. This is Master Chen Yan, our founder of Chiayi Foundation. Okay, this is the sum of our master's short clips on different topics. Yeah, you can subscribe to this. Okay, we also need our body to be healthy. So these are some of the. So we really love our founder. We should share more about Chiayi. Okay, the ideal talents of master, be modest, self-respecting and kind, unselfish and respectful to others, open-minded and gentle, work hard but soft to others, elegant, wise, kind and pure, focus on general principle, not trifles. With above characteristics, they can carry on Chiayi's mission. Master will therefore feel at peace. Yeah. Wish everyone an ideal talent in Master's eyes. So Master said, you are great. So recently taught us that we should keep Dharma in our mind, and then we can spread this to the people around us. Yeah, it's amazing that now we meet with each other and we have Dharma with us, so we should cherish this Chiayi's presence. Oh, this afternoon we have some seminars for seniors. So every Wednesday in Taiwan, in the afternoon we have some of the seminars classes for the senior. So there's some feedbacks from the attendee of the classes. They are making hours. They want to give the hours as like the keychain to people with a different kind of illness. Actually, the owl representing some kind of blessing. Yeah, the owl keychain. So you see that this is what they made in the class. Wow. So we are making so many hours, and many people are ordering online. We have already collected 60,000 Taiwan dollar. So you see that we have so many translation team. We have 5 languages currently going on in 5 additional languages. And this is from India. And from English team, and this is Japanese team. And this is the Cantonese team. Actually, some of them carry multiple language in different sessions. So it's amazing they dedicate so much. Yeah. Thank you so much. And this is Malay. Wow. Oh, this is a big team. Yeah, we are so grateful for their dedication to this interpretation work. And actually, some of them doesn't know Chinese, and they need to learn, understand from the English translation, and then translate into Malay. And this is Hakka. Many of them are teachers. There is some feedbacks from our listener. Yeah, it's been 10 years for our online study group. It's not been easy, so she really appreciates. She is actually our chief editor. So we are grateful to her contributions. Yeah, she will be speak later today. So we'll see what she shared as our chief editor. This sharing by Jana and Victor. about the last time we have the brother Liu Xiaochen, when they were in Beijing, and they worked, they went together and meet in one of the famous mountains there in China. And brother Liu actually praised a lot sister Janet and then brother Victor. And this is our anniversary books, right? And I hope that you get a chance to study that. We put in there many of our learning over the years. You can see that many people also have feedback on the book. And Sister RuiIing was sharing about the book. And she was sharing about that being new, and then but this is a great team to learn together. People help each other. So yeah, you may also appreciate all the sharings in the book. Yeah, from Sister Cai Renbi. So here that if we work as a team, the project will persist. But if we work as a hero, impermanence will come sooner or later. And here, and so this is our the line team. We spread the news to more people. Yeah, so we actually have there's a sister and brother who will help broadcast our study group information to the team, so that the good news can be spread further around. We really wish that through the online study group, more people will enjoy the books and the teaching from Master, and then sharing about the experiences of the Ciji missions. Okay, here this is the feedback from last time. We have more than 100 sharings and so Victor is sharing about that the English team is sharing on their efforts in promoting the environment protection by cleaning the beach. Yeah, even though Yating was still young, but she was so dedicated. And yeah, so and this is our guided study done by Sister Zheng, and so because she shared about the sutra adaptation, so we get to see the performance from from last year, yeah. And this is about Sister Zhao Feng from Australia. She's actually the deputy CEO in Australia, and she was also the first seed in Australia. And though she doesn't speak very fluent English, but her spirit actually touches so many people and making Australia Ciji so a team that even Master Chen speak very high of them. And of course, that Sister Zhao Feng also share about her children's the problem, and then how she overcome that. So that touched many of us hearts. So if you get a chance, you may want to go back to last time's study group, and then you can watch that the replay on Facebook or YouTube. And a sister shared about that she was visiting Australia, and then she called into Australia Ciji office, and Sister Zhao Feng picked up the phone, and then he asked her, which hotel did you live? And then later the sister actually received some of the food or whatever, and then was very touched by Sister Zhao Feng's kindness. This is about the sharing last time from mainland China's sister and brother, and another story that received a lot of feedback was our senior teacher, Ciji Teacher Association, Sister Zeng, and then and she also sharing about her love in school, and then currently in senior daycare groups. Yeah. So Sister Zhenhua's sharing also touched many people. So quite a few sisters and brothers share about Sister Zhenhua's sharing about her experience as a Ciji teacher. And of course, we have a lot of feedback from so many different countries. So this is on YouTube. You can also share it if you're watching YouTube. And this is some feedback. You can also put in your feedback, what you learned. Yeah, there's some feedback to last week's online study group. And you can also share in English if you prefer, right? Later we will see that some of the feedback also in English. Oh yeah, this is the English sharing. So you can see here that there were a lot of feedback from last time. So it was a lot of great sharings. Yeah, people are so grateful for their sharing. Yeah, they touch a lot of hearts. Yeah, here the Julia Wu is Sister Zhao Feng's English name, and Julia Wu. Yeah, her sharing really touched a lot of people. Yeah. Marta is a hospital there, so we also work closely with Marta. Marta is a Catholic hospital, right? And so we also appreciate the English feedback. And Sister Ranzi draw the comic picture, and then bring smile to many people. Okay, so next we will have the Sister Janet and then Brother Victor share about the singing.
Let's welcome this great love. Let's applaud to welcome the great love. I love to be with you because you have positive energy. Hi, dear respectful master, abode masters, and Ciji family members over the world. Good day. I'm Shijing Yao, Dharma name Ciya. I'm Weiqing J, Dharma name Jiyang. We want to talk about seniors today. Everyone grows old. Are we at the age there now? Will we still be useful when we grow old? Many seniors say, oh, I'm old, not so useful and capable as before. How can we let seniors feel supported at old age? How can they continue creating values? How can we improve their physical and mental health to be happy seniors? Let's meet this grandma. Guess how old is the lady pushing the wheelchair? And the one in the chair. What's their relationship? Many would say, sisters. What do you think? Before you guess your age, let's listen to her talk and feel her presence. Have you noticed anything in her voice? Pay attention. Good day, everyone. Yeah, she is bringing her bamboo bank to help the Turkey and the Syria earthquake survivors. From this video, you will know how I met this grandma. She brought her bamboo bank to attend the annual blessing. It was so heavy with her donation for Turkey earthquake survivors that the bottom fell off with coins all over the floor. She picked them up herself. Look at her energy. What's your guess? To understand her more and learn from her, I started interviewing her. Let's applaud. Yeah. Yeah, when her bamboo bank's bottom fell off, she picked all the coins one by one. So, guess how old she is? If you can't guess her age, let me tell her story. I interviewed her, and this is her story, so we can learn from her. Yeah. When she was 70, her friends invited her to join Ciji culinary team, and she said yes. She took the bus and couldn't find the address. So she hired a taxi and found it in the alley. From then on, she has been a culinary volunteer, cooking for Ciji. She was 70 when she started. Later, she was invited to do recycling. She didn't know recycling is picking up garbage. She went along and happily doing recycling with others. You can find her in recycling station too. Her senior years are enriched by volunteering the cooking and recycling teams. You may not want your elders to do this in their 70s or 80s. Some seniors may say, I'm too old to do this, and don't want to go. However, you can always see Grandma Yue in the culinary team and recycling station. Day after day and year after year, she has done joyfully for 20 years. Ciji folks invited her to participate in certification program. Guess how old she was then? 91. She said, I'm so old and fortune teller said I would only live to 92. Forget it. And brother Luo Hengyuan said, every year you help recycling, you gain one more year because you protect the earth to live one more year. You have been here for 20 years, so you will live quite a few years more. Thus encouraged her to be a diligent disciple of Master Zheng. Grandma Yue started her certification program. Sometimes she didn't feel well for certain activity. There was no special treatment. She continued her training after recovery. She even painted this picture to show her joy of service when she was 94. Let's watch this video. She's 94 years old. She's still doing recycling. This is her painting to show her happiness doing volunteering work for Ciji and wishing Ciji happy 10th anniversary. She also went to the Qingxiu abode to celebrate Ciji's 50th birthday. Now that's when she went to the abode. And look how happy she was. This is the painting she did when she was 94. And this lady with the microphone is Grandma Yue. Yeah, she attended that celebration of Ciji's 50th birthday when she was 94. Diligently, she finished her training and was certified at 96 as a commissioner by Master. Let's give her, the official disciple of Master, our best wishes. Let's watch Master's blessing to her. Teacher Meiyun introduced this Grandma Yue. She's been reporting to the culinary and the recycling teams for more than 20 years. And Teacher Meiyun encouraged me to the book online club, and many people encouraged me. So she's laughing. And Master Zheng says she has been doing recycling for more than 20 years. In these years, she could be certified in these years, but she just had the mental block in herself. But then she found out Master is still waiting for her, and so she finally agreed to get the training and be certified. The famous composer Zhang Nu was certified at age 90. Grandma Yue should be the record keeper at 96. These elders don't rest due to old age. Their old age is very healthy and fulfilling. They not only help others, but also grow their wisdom life. What a demo of be useful in old age. In Ciji world, elders are supported due to their positive attitude. Their thoughts and action are so mature, they hold on to their lives to develop wisdom life, increase the width and depth of their life. Now, let's look at Grandma Yue when she is 101. This is how old she is. She still participates in events like the fundraising for Turkey and Syria earthquake survivors. Her voice is loud and clear. She can say blessings clearly. Yeah, she was certified when she was 96. Now, you know, Grandma Yue is 101. Now, let's look at this photo. Grandma Yue at 101 is helping Grandma Ying at 83 in the wheelchair. Their relation is Ciji family members, care and accompany each other. There are more warm and blessed pictures of the Ciji family members, illustrating beloved in old age. This gentleman is Dr. Chen Kaixuan. He cared for patients till he was 101, including immobile patients' home visits. Dr. Chen also participated in Tima's free clinics. Using his experience, he gave patients the best cure and brought seniors hope, happiness, and benefit. Dr. Chen demonstrated his useful functions fully. He started his certification program in 2018 and was certified in 2019 at age 102. Even older than Grandma Yue, their diligent spirits are really our respectful models to follow. On January 2023, Dr. Chen passed away at 105. He donated his body to medical school. His life value stays forever in this world. When Master met with Kaohsiung Online Book Club on May this year, Teacher Meiyun showed many delicate needlework. Look at Master's admiration of these dumplings. They all came from Grandma Xie at 82 with Alzheimer's. By making these needlework gifts, her symptoms developed very slowly. Master said, old people are useful. Every age group should value seniors. Invite them out to show off their talents. Let us inspire them to activate their brain, hand, and mind in order to be more useful in old age. After listening to Master's talk, Teacher Meiyun organized a new team, Needle and Thread Connect Love, immediately to enable seniors to be useful, supported, and loved. Let's listen to Master's teaching. On August 2022, in Life Wisdom, Master reminded us to listen to seniors' talks, to educate middle-aged, to take time to prepare capital for old age, aiming the right direction to motivate seniors to age with dignity and functions. Master wishes to give seniors a safe, stable, and happy place where they are useful. Tzu Chi volunteers give the warmest company and care to every old bodhisattva entering Tzu Chi, enable them to be healthy and happy, both physically and mentally. We want to thank Master for giving us the treasure of life, letting our seniors be useful, loved, and supported. We all grow old. With everyone's love, we have new energy to care more seniors. So the seniors can be healthy and happy, both physically and mentally, in their old age. In the end, we want to thank Master gave us the life treasure, so the old seniors can be useful, supported, and loved. Let's care more for our seniors, and we are very grateful for your listening. Thank you very much. Yeah, we want to thank them for their sharing. Every month, they always bring us something new, something inspiring. And how can they come up with these interesting topics every single month? We're very grateful to this couple. And they are really wonderful role models for us. So we thank them for spreading the great love among the world. And these are all positive feedbacks about how wonderful they have done, how done their volunteering work. We are very grateful to them. We have TV from Malaysia. Grateful. See, you have touched so many people around the world. Let's wave goodbye to this wonderful couple. Then let's move on to the next part. And this is a feedback about a feedback from the Hakka interpretation team. Chiayi volunteers are in the Kaohsiung main group. Chiayi Hanwei was in Kaohsiung, so they were saying hi. And more comments about the volunteer working in the Hanwen recycling team. And this is feedback from Shijing last year, talking about many family members from mainland China are participating and encouraged by this online book club. Yeah, this live broadcast is really bringing a lot of positive energies to everyone. And this is the 124th week of our fundraising for love, and we have accumulated 54,800 flowers. So we don't have to have power, but we have to have influence. These are some Qingxi products that are wonderful for people to have. And yeah, you can have 10 people getting together and get a special. And let's use this method to increase our support to the Jingsi products. And this is how our book club can support the above masters. Yeah, if you buy anything for 1,000 Taiwanese dollars, you will get gifts. So please take a look at these special promotions and enjoy these wonderful Jingsi products. And these are new products. Yeah, the Mid-Autumn Festival is coming. You look at this wonderful Mid-Autumn Festival present gifts. And here, Da'ai Technology has this neck support cushion and back support seating pads. This comforter pad is designed to have multi-functions. It's using 100% recycled water bottle, and it's very good for the breathing, and also you can use it to sit in the outside, and also after your operation in the bottom or after delivery, it can give you relief. Another thing is it's very easy to carry, and when you go out to meditate or to do yoga or to take a nap or to support your reading on the back, you can use this cushion for all these occasions. Yeah, so after this product is out, means teachers' family has been using this for all the pads and cushions. And these are all products. Now let's look at more positive feedback from Sister Wang Hui from Shandong. Let's thank one another and support one another. Yeah, with this online broadcast, 30 volunteers can watch this program at the same time. And we are very grateful for this opportunity. And this program developed our compassion. And also, when we meet any problem, many troubles, we develop our capability to do more. And Sister Yuying from Yunnan Dali also said, it's a wonderful day. Yeah, she's grateful about the affinity to meet Brother Yang in 2018, who brought a lot of blessings for her to bring back. Now, the footprints of love has been over 108 countries. And her sharing was very, very touching. Yeah, the most beautiful day in my life. Here is feedback from Sister Xiaoyi from Yunnan. She's the first one online. And Sister Janet Yao, was guiding her for 2 hours, one by one, to coach her for the feedback. And make sure that she had less than 1,800 words in order to be finished in time. On April 18th, when she shared, she did a wonderful job. So she's grateful for Sister Shijing's support. Now this is learning to love and be loved from Beijing Sister Chen. She has been visited more than 21 provinces in China. So she thinks it's very important to look at many places to learn more. Sister Meiyun saw her and just asked her whether she probably hadn't eaten meal yet, and so she was so touched by Sister Meiyun's love and care for people around her. Okay.
Okay, our next program will be from a principal, a newly promoted principal. He just got this position in August, so he should be very busy now. We were thinking why they are wearing the hat. It's like a soldier hat. It's very interesting. He has been with me for the last 23 years. That was so young. Until now, I think the Teachers Association gave me the most influential time is from Sister Meiyun. Every time when we get together to the study group, we found out that we are a lot behind of all the teachers gave us the teachings. Once when I was there, he drive me to that place. He told me that he was out of energy. But every time when I was out of energy, I would think of you, Sister Meiyun. My Sister Meiyun never say she is tired. The reason why I feel I'm tired is because myself, that Master's Dharma did not get into my heart. I'm also tired. The body is tired, but my heart never tired. I'm so thankful that he followed me from his college time. Now he's going to give us a study guide of Master's footsteps. I like to be with you because you have positive energy. Hi, Principal, how are you? Brother Jianming. Very energetic. You're not tired at all. Thank you. You can begin. Dear Master, all the family from around the world and the on-site on Kaohsiung study group. How are you? I am Jianming. Master gave me Dharma name is Benming. Today I actually have 2 more meetings. After this meeting, I need to go to another meeting. So I won't be able to join you on site. Today, I'm going to share the autumn volume of Master's Footsteps. The theme is Achieving a Pure Buddhist Land. In 2015, Nepal had a 7.8 earthquake. Our Tzu volunteers went there to help them out. So we have been helping those people, those victims, since then. The Master lamented that in the past, Lumbini should be considered a tourist attraction, but unexpectedly, there's a lack of public facilities and poor sanitation environment. But the residents there are accustomed to such a living environment. When we see the local roads are uneven and the infrastructure is not good, I feel that there has been no progress since the time of the Buddha. After 2,500 years, they are still like that. It is because that their hearts cannot be opened. So that's why the Buddhism cannot be illuminated. Let's look at the clip. To go back to Buddha's hometown to find Buddha's traits. This is very critical, where we found the origination of Buddha. His hometown is actually what kind of life now, lifestyle. It's truly lamentable. Yes, they are so poor. We can see from the clip that their infrastructure is so poor. So all our brothers when they must bend their body first. So when they bring all those supplies to them, they said we must spend a lot of effort to analyze their need. All the compassionate activity must come from heart. So after we get enough data, we must analyze and know their situation before we can give them what they need. Another thing more important is that we need to connect the local people and make a good connection with them. So the government will recognize the effort of Shijing. So the local government gave us a lot of help. With their help, all the events are smoothly promoted. Although our effort is like the firefly, but everyone is working very hard. Let's watch another clip. Yuki Rab is the director of Handy Orphanage. He said Zhiji is here, not just for today, but they will continue to come every year and every month. Master say we must grasp the affinity to true feedback to the hometown of Buddha. So Zhiji always cultivate the seed, hoping that one day the Buddha Dharma will prosper there. We can see Master's teaching that all the volunteers continues go there to help them. The most important to cultivate the seed there. So the Buddha Dharma will prosper again. So the volunteers from Malaysia will go there from time to time. When they passed a village, they saw a family and a young boy on the ground. Dr. Chen Jianming felt compassionate and helped him up. So because of this, he became attached to the family and then gave them life assistance and also helped the school-age girl in their family to go to school. So Master said, not only we need to save their life, but we need to inspire their wisdom life too. You can see Dr. Chen was on his way to investigate, and he walked by just like that. When he saw such a home and the child on so weak and disabled on the ground, the bottle was just left on the ground, and the boy to find it himself. But Zhiji people arrived. So we saved his life and help them his lifestyle, but also to open his wisdom life. We volunteers leaned over, touched her face, and said to Miss Shalada, on the beach you can find a picture of Master Zheng Yan. When she heard that, she put her hand to her forehead and bowed and prayed for Master, wish her happiness and well-being. We can see from the clip, Miss Shalada was blind, but when Master gave her the beads, she brought the beads to her forehead and bowed to Master. So this is the affinity for us to teach the Bodhisattva path. The next part is from Sister Yuhui from Dai TV. She has shared on Facebook. When she get to the Rita's house, she found that her husband abandoned her, and the family of 3 depends on her to support. So because of they are so poor, so she just simply refused to let the children go to school, but just make them work together for their living. So volunteer accompany the mother through the low tide and help her find a cooking job in the village school. And most importantly, let the children go back to school. When volunteer was chatting with her, she walked into her room and took out a can of rice. She told the volunteer, every day, every meal, they save some rice so they can provide those people who is more in need than themselves. Oh, then Sister Jinghui found out that in Nepal we have the rice piggy bank already, and they save it very firmly. And another one, Mala said, even such a poor place, people are still get robbed. Their rice was stolen by somebody else. The whole package was gone. But luckily, they still have the piggy bank, the rice piggy bank. But then they still need to borrow rice from their neighbors. Then volunteer said, but you can eat the rice from the rice bank. But this care recipient said, no, that's what I want to do good deed. If you promise to do good deeds, you cannot touch this rice, even though they are poor. But they kept their promise so firmly. They can do such a good deed with love. So Master said, to promote the righteous Dharma and eradicating superstition is also for the benefit of the world and the construction of pure Buddhist land. Buddha means enlightened. Buddhist land is the world of enlightened. Everyone has a pure enlightened nature. And we are fortunate to hear the Buddha Dharma. We should realize it with our heart in order to grow our wisdom life. A rice can accumulate to the whole vessel of rice. Thank you. Thank you. Here's my sharing. This is the head that when I was promoted as a principal. Oh, so it's like a pilot's hat. We wish to be a pilot. And we wish in our school, we hope that we are able to bring our kids in the school to go abroad to know more about this world, so they can open up their eyesight. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. How come you still have that hat? Oh, so you kept it in your office, huh? Oh, such a good meaning for the hat. Okay, put on your hat. Nice. It's a good pilot. You are a good pilot. Thank you. So they gave us free. Only the principals. Thank you. Brother Jianming, you did a good job today. When the people from Nepal, they will be very touched through your sharing. It's not very easy, just in 10 minutes sharing, to be focused on the right subject. Let's give him a big pro. Thank you, Principal Jianming. Thank you. I'm lucky to have you with us. Thank you. Sister Tang from Changchun share that the grandma year is already 101 years old. Something very touching here. Last Wednesday, I saw people inviting me to this study group. And I was so lucky to have their invitation. I was in a status of anxiety, actually. But then after I joined the group, I felt much better. I saw I'm thankful for the sister that invited me last week. I believe the sister should be Sister Meihui from Pingdong. This audience is using a Korean name. Welcome to our group. This is from Heiher's sharing from mainland China. You're doing such a good job, Sister Meiyun. We can see that the old Bodhisattva is a model for us. We want to give applause to all the seniors. Every time I hear about Victor's and Janet, their sharing was so nice, so amazing. Oh, this because of the flood in Beijing has already made Janet and Victor very busy. So they say they are actually sweating. And sister from Chiayi also have the feedback. You did such a good job. From Canada, Sister Guan. Thank you, Victor and Jenna. You did such a good job. Write down your feedback. And like and share. Next, we will have the summary written. So last week we had from British. After 6 months of hard work, British Service Center volunteers were able to obtain permissions from the beach to be cleaned up. Both volunteers and residents came together to tidy up the area. Volunteers want to keep the environment clean, sustainable, and free of pollution. They adopted community flower beds to carry out environmental protection and beautification work. Although the number of local volunteers is very limited, they are determined to protect the earth and hope to leave a cleaner environment for the next generation. A musical sutra adaptation spreads the spirit of the Dharma, the history of Shijing, and the spirit of great love through artistic performances. This artistic interpretation will become a model for the future. Participants in the sutra adaptation events delve into Dharma and practice the Bodhisattva path. They deeply touch the audience with their stories of selflessness in helping others and lessons of cultivating oneself and transforming others. Sister Wenqu, Sister Chen Zheng suffers from many illnesses, but took care of her husband, who suffers from epilepsy and depression, and her son, who was diabetic and blind before he passed away. Sister Gao Jun was other volunteers went to help clean her home and provided continuous care and companionship. Thank you. Thank you for all the team for the summary of the quick rhyme.
So for those who are have purchased our books, we have these gifts that's available for you with the rocks as well as the little mugs. Now we would like to invite our speakers from a different region, and this is from the team from Chiayi. And look at their posters. And it's actually prepared or organized by our previous speaker, as well as their team of artists. Now, the theme this month is to share about their affair to aid the earthquake in Turkey and Syria. And see a lot of the vendors, the vegetable sellers, even though they only make a little bit of money each day, they're willing to donate over and over again. When I saw you guys coming over for donations, I feel really emotional that there are so many people full of love in Taiwan. And now even though I'm selling vegetarian food, and I said to the volunteers that if they're hungry, feel free to come over. I will give you guys a free meal. So even though they're donating, they're receiving a little Jingsi aphorism. We have these people, they're 91 and 94 years old. And we also have the students from the local culture centers. They're giving out a free concert to help to collect donations for the earthquake relief efforts. So let's give a round of applause for the Chiayi team. And we can see that even here in Kaohsiung, I'm standing here where everyone can see. There's one person here who's much taller than me, than I am next to me, and make me all of a sudden look short. But it's all right, because we can still stand tall together. We have made this pact that every August, they are coming over across the different regions and to share about their stories. Now, this year, they're super busy, as we know, because in addition to things happening one after another, the master is also in Daling. So we're very grateful that despite all the things that they have to do, they still made their appearance. So now let's hand over the microphone to our speaker, and we will give us full of positive energy. So let's put our hands together and share that and welcome them so that they have the positive energy to share with us all. So our first speaker is from our interpretation team, and more specifically, the Taiwanese interpretation. This is from Brother Hanwen, as we hear earlier from our feedbacks. He has been reaching to many people and inviting them to join the Kaohsiung study group. And even though he's only here once in a while, his presence is always there online, giving us encouragement. And many of our And when he said that he was listening the Taiwanese interpretation channel, I asked if he's ready to join the team. So let's give a round of applause to officially welcome him into the interpretation team. Dear masters, dear bowmasters, as well as all our family brothers and sisters here, and our global listeners, I hope you all have a great day. I am Hanwen from Chiayi, and today I would like to share with you all how great loves get together to alleviate sufferings. As we heard in February this year, an earthquake rocked Turkey and Syria, and under the directive of Master, we have Tzu Chi volunteers mobilizing across the world. So in Taiwan, we all know Master has continually reminded us that Taiwan has no treasures, but rather just love and goodness. That's the treasure that we must share with the world. So under Master's call, we immediately activated the donation drive. At that time, we were actually planning the global study groups. So our first wave, we started with our members, our families, as well as those we interact with more frequently, because this is the fastest and most active. So we hope every community can share their actions on their chat group, so that it can continuously motivate everyone. And in addition to donations, our community volunteers also activated, and many of them started to cook meals for sale, as well as providing dishes to collect donations. Now, as we see from that picture, many of our volunteers are of an older age, so they were really tired, but they're still full of joy. Their hearts are still full of joy despite their physical being tired. Our second wave is when we started the donations on the streets. We're very grateful for the Tainan Tzu Chi families who came by without asking to share their experiences on how to create these signs, as well as the materials needed for promotions. And our Tainan volunteers prepared all that for us, so that we just need to muster the volunteers and able to activate. As we know, donations is not about how much money we collect, but rather how many hearts we can touch and awaken. As these droplets of love get together, they become a spring and let people see hope, as well as bear witness to the love that's present in everyone. So these love, when it comes together, becomes fortune, and that fortune is what's keeping us safe and keeping the society that we live in harmonious. So through the donations, we want to consolidate the attention of all our volunteers, as well as to promote and reach out to the public. We never give up on any opportunity to interact with more bodhisattvas. Initially, we planned for 107 routes, but 2 days later, we keep adding more and more routes. And so 2 days later, we added up to 143 routes. So the brothers and sisters at Chiayi Service Center are not willing to give up any opportunity to reach more people. So let me share with you some of the very touching images that we see. Like this grandma is very supportive of Ciji, and as she is collecting, as she is giving out donations, every time she drops a donation, she would call out a name of her families, so that she could forward the merit over to them. So I asked her who are these people, and she said that these are her family members, her kids, her grandkids. So at the end, when she named everyone, and she'll have change leftover, she poured that all in and named herself to bless herself. And we also see this volunteer. Every time someone made a donation, they get a sticker. And we see this grandma here. She has many of these stickers on her. Even though she is mobility, she doesn't walk very fast, but she continuously donates. So we asked her, why is she donating this many times? She said that her kids are well-to-do, so she's have all these love that she can give and share for all those who are in need. Now we see this grandma here that is educating her grandson, because she would take out the money and ask the grandson to drop it into the donation box. So we see these stickers are a reward for the kids, as well as to validate their efforts of sharing their love. Even this person who is handicapped, you can see how many stickers that he has. So even though his physical being is impaired, his love is unobstructed. From this vegetable vendors, after seeing the Ciji volunteer asking for donations, he vowed that whoever made a donation, he is willing to give a head of cabbage for free as a reward. Now, when we're collecting at the night market, we saw one of the monastic spiritual practitioners collecting donations across the street. So Ciji volunteers naturally went to the other side. But we see that this monastic practitioner actually came over and donated as her support for Ciji. So, and we see many people that are giving us feedback and positive feedback, encouraging us and thanking us for giving them the opportunity. Even in the Ciji clinic in Chiayi, we have a route there to help to spread the love. So in addition to the first and second wave, we are planning the third wave, and we want to call out that those who are fortunate enough to give must give so that their fortune can continue. So from the previous Brother Hanwen sharing, we see that we are trying to alleviate sufferings with love and compassion. And this can be seen from actions across the world. Now, collecting donations is not just the task of Ciji volunteers, but we also see the doctors of Ciji Clinic, as well as the staff. They were all motivated and willing to go out on the streets and help out, because we know that doing good deeds we cannot be absent from doing good deeds. Now, even though $5, $10 is or even a pocket change is not little bit, because every little bit counts, and as it comes together, we can all do great deeds together. And in addition to holding the donation box, volunteers were also thinking about how to motivate everyone they see crossing their path and offering them the opportunity. Now we can see what our doctors, even though he's a tall person, he doesn't have. You won't be able to tell that he's a doctor because he's wearing a Ciji uniform, just like all of us. So I believe that from the donation collection that day, we can see a lot of love coming together from our local communities. And we see parents encouraging their kids, so that teaching their children that giving an act of kindness is the right thing to do. And our parents, as we know, children learn from their parents. So if the parents are encouraging the kids, then the kids will naturally grow up and having this sense of love within them. So in addition to Dr. Cai and the staff, we also hear from Brother Hanwen earlier that in the Chiayi Service Center have organized a fair to help sell and promote the donations. And we see many of the staff in the clinic will bring out or to take from their homes what they believe are the most valuable and donate it to be for sale at these fairs. As we know, when people are donating, they would take whatever they find would be the least valuable, because it's just for somebody else. But our staff are willing to part with what they believe is the most needed or the most valuable in their house that they don't need, so that they can benefit more people. So our staff is giving their time as well as their belongings to help spread love and help those who are in need halfway across the world. As we know from a Ciji model, those who are fortunate must walk to those who are less fortunate. And I believe that this motion will bring in positive results. From the Da'ai kindergarten in Daling, the parents are donating mangoes. So the children are learning to pickle the mangoes and sell them at the fair. When the earthquake happened, the teachers will remind the kids and ask them whether they are willing to help. Now, our kids are so pure and so lovable because they all said that they are willing and wholeheartedly willing to give. And when they work together, their love is really touching, very emotional. And one of the kids, Chen, she has a little saving account. And she gets these points from doing chores and helping around the house. She initially saved up these points so that she could get a doll, a Barbie doll. But after hearing about the earthquake, she said that she asked her mother whether it's okay to donate this instead of buying a doll. So from there, we can see that the kids, even though they're young, their sense of compassion, their sense of great love, will grow up and be a very supportive member of Master's missions. Dear Master and global Tzu Chi family, hope you all have a great day. My Dharma name is Wei Ti, which constantly reminds me to be mindful of my speech. As Teacher Meiyun has shared with us that you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So when we see disasters happening in Turkey and Syria, our hearts go out to them. And the brothers and sisters of Chiayi all got together and to organize this fair so that to activate the love of the public. So last year in August, at the morning assembly, Masters have asked that everyone to spread Buddhism back to Buddha's home and to collect this love so that to help those who are suffering there. So Tzu Chi volunteers naturally answered the call, and especially the Chiayi Service Center this year organized this fair in April. Now, this gives everyone the opportunity to spread their love at this fair. So on that day, at the opening, we have many dignitaries, including the mayor as well as local monastic practitioners and Tzu Chi Hospital vice superintendent. As the mayor shared that they are very grateful for Tzu Chi, who demonstrated the collective love and bring everyone together to help those who are in need. And on the day, volunteers will sell their goods as well as any dishes that they will make. So there are roughly 62 booths and with a wide variety of merchandises. Many volunteers would donate the material needed and to prepare for these meals for sale, just to hope to increase the donations. We see many of our volunteers will donate their incense as well as tea paraphernalias just for sale. And we see people who will buy the whole set because that's what they needed at home so that they can make tea. So I hope all our global families are all doing well. So today I would like to share with you the vegetarian meals that we prepared and the joy that we got from working together. Now, because of the pandemic, our activity has been put on hiatus. And this year, fortunately, as the pandemic is getting under control, and the opportunity to reach for aid to reach those who are in need in Turkey and Syria. So I've invited our volunteers in our team in our area to get together and wrap these meals. So everyone was actually very motivated, and they wanted to bring out the best for those who are eating it. So in addition to using rice, we actually used a new ingredient called quinoa. And we talked about what ingredients, fillings that will go into these so that they can get together and make these leaf wraps. As we all know, to make these leaf wraps, we have to wash the bamboo leaves to tie the strings together, stir fry and prepare all the ingredients individually. So everyone took part. As we see from this picture here, everyone, we're from a very rural area, so we have a lot of older volunteers, but they are nonetheless very helpful. As we see the one in red, she is already 101 years old, but even then, as she heard about our need for more volunteers, she decided to help out to make these 2 strings. Each string consists of 10 strings tied together. So she would help and wrap them, and she's very skillful in wrapping them. And washing each piece of the bamboo leaves, it's like washing our own hearts. As we witness from our volunteers, they spend their moment really dedicated to make sure every leaf is cleaned and every ingredient is prepared properly. So we made more than 3,000 products. As we know, our quinoa wraps were actually very delicious. So people keep asking, adding the order. And from this opportunity, we came to the realization of masters calling us to promote vegetarian meals, vegetarian diet. So every month we have vegetarian meal sales, and to encourage more people to adopt a plant-based diet. We started with 60 boxes, and last month we came up with about 400 boxes. And many of the local companies will keep calling us, asking us when do we have these boxes, these meal boxes for sale, because they were really good, very delicious. So next, I would like to share a little bit more about our donation fairs. So on April 16th at the Chiayi Service Center, we started a talk as well as the Turkish-Syrian earthquake charity fair. So that day in our Buddha hall, we have the talk about having how to have a good life. We have the orthopedic doctor from Chiayi Clinic to talk about how to prevent osteoporosis as well as muscular atrophy. On the outside, we have our charity fair. There are about 62 booths, and they donate all their proceedings. As we see from here in this picture, this is the items for sale that day. And we're very grateful for everyone for their donations. And you see that they can barely read them. And this is Sister Lin Jingyi. She was very creative because she wanted to let more people know about this charity fair. So she created these posters and banners and put it on her motorcycle. Now she realized there are only so many people can see her from the front. So she made another cardboard so she could wear it on her back. Fortunately, there are so many people that saw it and took note. Even our recycling trucks became our advertisement. So very grateful for everyone for their efforts. So many people bring their homegrown produces for sale and started selling them right at the booth. Now I'd like to share with you some of the background stories. And many of them would make rice cakes. Even if some of the farmers would sell their homegrown coffee beans and make them into bags of coffee. Our brothers would help stir fry these ingredients so that they can make the leaf wraps. Many of our volunteers got together to decorate the day before, and just with a simple mind, hoping that their event would be successful the next day. We talked about the opening ceremony earlier, and it was a very lively event. The sun was also very, very lively that day too, very passionate that day. So even though the temperature was really very warm, we can still feel the joyful, lively atmosphere. Even it was so lively that about 90% of our merchandise was sold out before noon. We see one of our sisters were giving threading sessions. And we can see on this booth here, so many of these items or donations from local vendors. In addition to sales, we also had performances, including dances, music performances, just to make the atmosphere more enjoyable. There are so many of the local entrepreneurs providing their goods as well as giving out donations. At the end of the day, each booth started collecting and counting their sales. And when the event was over, our volunteers worked together really quickly to wrap up and clean up. So it was very successful because we got everyone to work together as well as to reach out for more people, and more importantly, able to get more and more love together. So next, they would like to perform a song about the firefly of love. So very grateful to our Chiayi team, how they were so harmoniously working together in unity. So I must stand over here. As we see from the image, even though they were singing from the Chiayi team, we actually were having the hand cards for our next speaker, which to introduce our author. So here we're very grateful that they were get together and sharing together. How were they able to share so eloquently? It's because each of them took part in the activity. Those who had taken action will definitely have more to share, more feelings. Initially, everyone may be nervous. Like they say that they were very nervous because there's so many people watching them. But as we see, was she really eloquent, very good at sharing? Let's give her a round of applause. From our share from Japan is that seeing members in Chiayi and even the grandmas were naming her children, so that's to share to forward the love and merit to them, and this is to show how truly lovable people in Taiwan are. So from our sharers in Yunnan, we're sharing that the share earlier from Brother Jianming is sharing about the efforts of Tzu Chi in Nepal and how the path is visible in communities across the world. The similar actions are visible in communities across the world by Tzu Chi volunteers. Someone was asking about the height. And we're very grateful for all our families joining us. And let's spread this energy from each of these teams. As we know that one person can only accomplish a little bit, but as we get together, they will do a lot more. So let's give a round of applause for our Chiayi team. So now that the Chiayi team can go back, and now let me hand the microphone over to our editor.
Okay, let's meet our editor-in-chief. What is your topic today? Okay, I'm looking at where I'm going to stand. Actually, you're standing here. Oh, we have our editor, one of our editors, Sister Hanwen, she's also here. Other editors, they are also here today. Please share our editor-in-chief. Actually, right now, my brain's like blank. I completely forgot about my topic. Okay, in the meantime, let's look at our beautiful flyers. It's also designed by our graphic designer, Huiyu. Okay, my topic is crossover and slashing. Well, I always like to have a little conversation before I speak. While we're in the bus, we're talking about that. When we hear the sound ding, that's a reminder that our speech is over. So it's kind of make us nervous. Previously, we talked about the brother, about his height. He is 185 centimeters, and I am 151. So we are kind of opposite spectrum. When I was invited by Sister Meiyun to talk about the book, and I gave her the topic called crossover and slashing. And I was surprised. I was under the topic of the deep reading with author. Am I really lately, I've been busy about promoting this book. Been going to a lot of places. And I'm kind of shy to promote this book all over the place. But when I think about it, it's actually about sharing love. Everywhere I go, I've been sharing love with people from different places. So doesn't matter the places I visit. Instead of talking about the book, I'm also trying to see if I can find any more talent that can help us in the future. When I was appointed the editor-in-chief, a lot of people didn't know who I was. One of our photographer, for example, he also had the same thinking. And I'm also thankful for many people here to support me today, including Sister Hanwen. She just got here around 10 a.m.
这个就是老师的太明白的我们事情会师。那大家都说很喜欢听我分享，我知道为什么，因为我很会讲笑话。可是我今天要跟大家说抱歉，我爱看
Everybody say they like to hear my sharing
贾思聪出
because
现，他现在
I
用他
always
充满爱心泡泡的眼神在
have
看
some
我。
joke.
我不敢讲笑话，我笑话讲太多，等一下下台他看到我的眼睛是问号加惊叹号，这下子就不好了。
关掉。
我今天呢，其实是时间不多，但是我跟大家聊聊跨界与斜杠。
Actually, I have a limited time today, so I'm going to talk about the crossover and slashing. I have a kind of pressure today because my husband, he's also here today. When I was little, I'm always curious about everything. So my mom always telling me that I'm probably good at everything, but bad at everything. When I was I used to learn ballet, and when I was in the ballet practice class, I just look around. I remember one time I got my head stuck in the mirror and the handrail. I was very active, but the teacher was so shocked what I did, and she even talked to my mom about not having me in the class anymore. I'm sure many of you attended choir before or orchestra. And I was one of the members too in the orchestra. So one day I can be the harmonica player, next day I can be the accordion or the flute. My mom said, "Why you're everywhere?" And I told her, "That's because I'm curious about everything." And there's an incident in my piano test. I attended a piano test. She couldn't find me in the piano room. So she checked every room. Finally, she found me in the electric piano room next door. I want to ask you, if you're my mom, how are you going to feel? Yeah, my mom was very tired. She always say that I'm not doing my job. But my daddy is the opposite. He always compliment me. He always compliment me to his friend that I'm the greatest. So my mom slowly to look at me and look at my personality as one of the specialty. So when I grew up, I didn't change. And I still believe that life is all about continuous learning. I still believe that life is all about learning and stepping out of one's own realm, and that eventually I will merge into a unique version of myself. So in the past few years, people have started to mention the term crossover and slashing. And let's take a look at the definition of crossover and slashing. Crossover in English means that a person must be in an intersection. If a person takes courses in the College of Art, Business, Engineer, but he does not integrate the knowledge learning in these three colleges, three courses, and establish a connection, then he is only crossing the boundary physically. If you can utilize what you learn in other area, then that is called crossover. If you can't, then you cannot call it crossover. When we say crossover, that means there must be an intersection. So if everything you learn, if you can utilize it and make intersection, then you can call it a crossover. It's crossing the boundary. Now, this is Slashy. Do you know who is this? This is my husband. As for Slashy, it's different from crossover. That means you have different career, different title, different occupation and identities. So Dr. Cai, he's a doctor, a professor serving in both medical and educational fields. I was having a conversation with my daughter. Do you think the people in the ancient time can develop such a slashy personality? And we were talking about one of the very famous poet, Li Yu. I asked, do you think he's a slashy? Traditionally, it is said that if you have to be serious and that you can only achieve something, you're committed to a single field. That is to say, you have to achieve a score of 90 or above in the single field. So the poet also is the emperor back then in China. He is good at writing a poet, but is not good at ruling the country, so he cannot be called a slashy. So do you think Dr. Cai is also a crossover? Yes, he is, because he has the ability to incorporate all the knowledge to another field. So, given the current needs of the society, we need to develop a new wisdom, and we need to integrate the wisdom and you have to find something relevant and relevant world. And when I met Sister Meiyun, I was so happy to chasing after her because she's always leading us ahead of us. Growing up, I don't think I was weird, but I'm special. When I come to the Kaohsiung online book club, I met so many people, and I found out there are so many people just like me. They are able to do different things. I met many members. They are on different teams, and realized that everyone in the team could be a crossover, and all of them are slashing. For example, our sister Isha, she's not only a member of the writing team, but she's also a member of our live interpreted team. Brother Suji Hao, he's an excellent English interpreter, but he's also a member of the reading team. Not to mention Sister Ding Xueyu. She's overseeing so many teams. Do you know how many teams she's overseeing? 20, over 20. She's on the reading guide team, the activity team, the hospitality team. She's just right standing here on the stage earlier. If you don't, therefore, you know that it is very important to know crossover and slashy. If you don't know, please come to the Kaohsiung Reading Club. You will learn a lot from the member and all the team member. Just like the previous presentation, you can see our brother and sister doing fundraising, volunteer work. They are handling so many different duties. And I'm very thankful to be talking to you guys today. And I'm also bringing two talents here with me. I'm handing my microphone to the next speaker.
我是嘉义的郑淑兰哦。首先，其实应该要感谢是我们总编凯旋师姐，她送给我的这一本书，月上云端，3月份出版，我3月13就拿到这一本书。
Hello, I'm from Chiayi. My name is Zheng Shulan.
好，那么在我们的这个书里面翻到一张相片呢，是2022年。好，
I was very impressed when I heard when Sister Kaixuan gave me this book, Reading Up on the Clouds.
那么呢，3月15号在高雄线上读书会听到总编凯旋师姐分享关于我们月上云端这本书的成书过程。其实当下我自己个人是相当的感佩哦，所以呢，当下我也决定了要用怎么样的调性来跟这本书互动呢？用细嚼慢咽的节奏来研读。
When I read the book Reading Up on the Cloud, I was so impressed.
您看哦，下面这个翠莲故事的翠莲师姐的故事，我反复看了好几次，一直在
internalize. I decided to savor, deepen, and internalize the book with the rhythm of chewing slowly and swallow thoroughly. I admire the literary skill of the editor. I feel like I'm in the Chinese literature class. And this is the cover of the book, Reading Up on the Cloud. I love this cover so much. One of the reasons is that the cover design has a magnet-like appeal. I drew so many lines in different colors and had lots of markers, circle, asterisk, and stickers. Trust me, once you start reading, chances are you'll do the same like I did. I make all the notes with different color of pens. And because there's a lot of magic in this book and it's going to make a light bulb come out of your head, there's no glory that comes from waiting, only the beauty that comes from putting things together. This is also the case in the chapter of the power of reading. On June 18, the Chiayi district had a seminar on happiness in life and invited the Reading Up on the Clouds team to come to Chiayi to share. And today is my first time to share at this Kaohsiung Online Book Club. Thank you.
我今天想要来大家分享我和《月上云端》这本书的因缘跟它对我的影响。在今年3月份活动组
Dear family member,
组聚的时候呢，淑兰师姐推荐了《月上云端》这本书。当时她用静源老师在推荐序中的一段话来分享。静源老师说
in March, we had a group meeting,
还在流动。
and Sister Shulan recommended this book, and she introduced it to me with a quote from the preface of the recommendation written by teacher Jingyuan. It says the book club is organic and it is still moving, which immediately drew my curiosity. So I hurry up and purchased the book from Ciji bookstore the next day. Later, on June 18, during the Happy Life seminar held in Chiayi district, Sister Meiyun and her team came to promote the book. At that time, I continued to read the leftover from the book. And this is how I found out that the book not only has a diversified reading form, but they are also wonderful and rich in content. And what is even more special is that there are 54 cross-country and cross-district function team headed by Sister Meiyun. July 2nd, during the day of the refinement, the editor-in-chief, Sister Kaixuan, she said, "Believe me, if you read the book from cover to cover, you will definitely find yourself in it. So in less than 2 months since I met the team and joined the editorial team, I've been connecting and learning every Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. And this is impossible for me because I'm very shy and doesn't like public speaking. I have to thank Sister Meiyun for offering me this opportunity. I told myself to take the advantage of the opportunity, even though I was scared. I told myself, I don't have to be the best, but I have to be better. Aren't you all very touched by her speaking? Can you believe this is her first time? I think she's very good at it. She can be a perfect example of crossover. And our speaker today, they can write very well. And they are also challenged to be our reading team. When I heard Sister Kaixuan talking, I kept thinking, am I crossover? Actually, I am. Let me ask you a question. Do you think I can be replaced by AI? I think it depends on the speed of her talk. If the AI can talk as fast as you, earlier when you mentioned about the emperor, I was thinking about another Ziji volunteer I was confused about because they have the similar name. We have our brother Victor also sent a positive feedback about your speak earlier. Don't you feel that if our editor-in-chief, if she keeps speaking, we all impressed by her performance? Maybe one day I'll be replaced by her. Thank you all for coming today. Our sister Hanwen, she's from United States. She says, excellent. Today, yesterday, actually Father's Day in Taiwan. And all these are posters and flyers for Father's Day.
60减10怎么就等于40、10或者0呢？你脑子是不是有水呀？你这儿。
This is one of the TikTok.
妈妈有60块钱。
A father is teaching the math problem.
收银员应该找回多少钱？这不明摆着呢吗？60减10等于50啊。
对。好问题，问你，收银员应该找回多少钱？60元，要么是一张50的和一张10块的，要么是3张20的。给50是不是找40元？给20是不是找10块？给10块是不是不用找？
The father is explaining about the math problem, but actually the kids read the problem in very detail and reply in the very detailed message.
正常人会拿60元让人找吗？妈妈是傻的。
有没有觉得很可爱？
摇摇头。
好，要请他爸爸摇摇头喽。
你摇摇。
你摇摇。
听见自己脑子里的水声了吗？
So the kid is actually kind of clever figuring the math problem.
祝全天下爸爸节快乐！所以现在把画面给到我们的主场画面，我看到我们活动组来了。所以现在
So I'm using this TikTok to send it to all the fathers in the world and wish all fathers Happy Father's Day.
4位爸爸吗？不会吧？好，那个，哎，你们不，好，请爸爸们上来哦！祝超人爸爸父亲节快乐！阿公也要上来呀。好，所以
Okay, today at the stage currently there are 4 gentlemen here, and they are all fathers. Our activity team will have a song that's dedicated to all the fathers worldwide. Okay, people here, you also have to move your hand just like me. Let's get up. Let's wave your hand to the left and the right. Thank you to our activity team. Wish everybody Happy Father's Day.
那现在直接因为时间关系呢，我们直接就要大林志愿分放信林这样的文编一样是由我们的总编凯旋写的。每边
After we see the scientist short video, then we start the presentation. In the past 10 years, I am taking care of you. The patient with no hope see the doctor. Talk to me.
After 10 years, with all the work in the hospital, I have to go to the university to do teaching. I really appreciate two teachers. The other is Dr. Xie. I learned my research from those two teachers. So I have researched for 15 years. So that's how he can get into the assistant professor, then become the professor, teaching in Shijing University. So he already have 70 research papers, although he has no chance to go to abroad to research. But I wish you can step on my shoulder and give my ways. So have a very strong desire to do research in the medical field. So I got some award. I think that just award from the heaven. I just do my research work. Hopefully, we are not inferior from other hospitals. So let's present the presenter. He's the first with the microphone. Who is Sister Meiyun? Sister Meiyun said, "Oh, you are the first person asked the question." So how come he married Sister Kaixuan? Maybe that will be the next time's topics. The clinic in the Chiayi, really with his support, and he become a professor this year in the Shijing University. I love to be with you because you got positive energy. Welcome. The stage is yours. Thanks, Sister Meiyun, Master Zheng, both masters, and all the Shiji family members. Good day. I will share some research results. Today I use a different angle to review my past experience. I can share with to be a doctor in Shiji is a very different road based on Master Zheng's idea to be the Shiji hospital. Sister Yuying have so when I'm the first graduate from the Shiji Medical School. Although I find out I still need to learn a lot. So I went to the doctor's school. So I was falling asleep when I driving between Kaohsiung and Chiayi. So he graduated the hard way. So he was transferred to Darling Hospital. So he said he just wished he can stay at the Darling Hospital. I think that's his fate. 3 years ago, the clinic was started 3 years ago in Chiayi. So Ms. Meiyun gave me a chance to promote the Chiayi clinic. It should be 3 years old. I wish when it's 4 years anniversary for the Chiayi clinic, I wish to present here. So when I was thinking something, my sister said, "Are you in bad mood?" No, I was still just thinking. So I'm the only clinic in the Shijing hospital system. So we start with a very basic clinical service and can serve with a high quality. So we have the 5-star service. Finds dialectic, long-term care for elderly, rehab center, and internal inspection center. So I wish the clinic can really help the patient in the area of Chiayi, so the patient can get good care. Thank today's topics. Doctor is a very special profession. So before the Christ, the doctor is not only a doctor, but also have the clergy position. So when I was studying the medical school, as advice from my teacher, I go to the medical school when I become a doctor. So most people, they just become accredited doctor. They don't study more other field. Why do I need to study Shijing? Why do I need to study at Shijing? So I just try to promote people either from Taiwan or foreign country. They come to study in Shijing. It's at the east coast of Taiwan. The air is pure at the East Taiwan. The pace of the study very fit the modern life. So we need to live a very harmonious life, not everything in a hurry. So we study in Shijing University, medical school, you will definitely have a good future for your job as a doctor. We have many international students studying in the medical school. So in our university, we have the senior volunteer to take care of our students. So we have very close relationship with our teacher in the school, in the university. So when I go back to the medical school, I visit my teachers. The university always get a blessing from Master Zheng and also the blessing from Master in both. When I was studying in a medical school, it's not as really as what I said right now. So I tried, when I studied the medical school, especially I want to escape to Hualien University Medical School. I tried to rehab myself psychologically, and I always go to the seaside to wander. So in the sophomore and the senior, I went to in some real medical courses. As a student, I should doing my own duty. So just start learning very, very seriously. Not until goes to the hospital to learn the real medical practice. So I think I am not really qualified as a teacher. So I went to get a my doctor degree. So I get a chance to go back to Hualien to teach the student. What is a doctor? So every family, when they have a child goes to medical school, they're very proud of it. So in the old days, the family will celebrate when they have child go to medical school. But this is very, very hard job because you always have 2 or 3 days cannot sleep because your patient may have some serious medical condition. So wish to make sure your patients will get cured. So you always have to check all the documents on the network to try to help your patient. And you still need to study. Even something you don't understand, you still have to check with your professor, see if they like it. You still need to ask your doctor. So, and also, in this environment, some irrational patient family members will create some heavy pressure psychologically for the doctor. So it's a good thing to be a doctor. So the good doctor will cure the illness. So you can help people if you are really a good doctor. Your patient is not pneumonia, it's the person get the pneumonia. So not only the patient, but also the family member of the patient. The doctor said. So the cure sometimes relief, often to comfort always. Sometimes we can cure them, but we have to comfort them all the time. I need to go to research and the teaching. This is the story I'd like to share with you. The first research paper work with Dr. Xu Fangzi. So, because in the eastern countryside, some old man suicide with toxic liquid. So we were studying how can we save this kind of patient. The other is answer Zheng Yan. Find out there's a habit for the local people and want to. So he got the topics whether the Binlang has something to do with kidney functioning. People like to chew Binlang. It will have effect that will cause the kidney to lose some function. So I need to learn from teaching. I was not a very good student in school. So I think just learn by myself. Always have a bottleneck. And I was not very happy to ask questions. So I never get a 100 full mark. I was 70 or 80%. This cartoon said I teach the dog to whistle. The girl checked with the dog. The boy said, I'm gonna teach the dog. I don't say the dog can learn it. The theory is I want to make sure the student learn from the teacher, not just the teacher taught. As a doctor, when I teach the student in the medical school of Suji, with this graph, you can see so this doctor sit in very poor family, The bed is not a bed. It's two chairs put together. The child is very painful. The parent stand behind the girl. The doctor is noticed the sick child. So it means the doctor really care about the patient. That's the attitude we wish all the medical students can learn this kind of spirit. So they all have this kind of heart toward the patient. Mr. Meiyun mentioned about the relationship between AI and the human. We always wish AI become human. So, but we don't wish the man become the AI. So it's very short. The distance between AI and the human is getting shorter. So we are a human. We are not an AI. That's the most important thing we should remember. So we should not lose the care for people. When I educate a student, this chart matter Sister Shijing or Brother Wenqing said, the meaning of the chart, we put the dream under the child's feet. So that's a dream of the parent to the child. We can educate them. Wish them grow. They will grow like us. This is Master Zeng said we should pass on the good things to our next generation. So there are many things we can meet on the road to of medicine. So very easily have the thought for the way we do as a doctor. Somebody had the confusion for human life. There are always two roads. One is the easy way, one is a difficult way. Which way do you want to choose? So I usually choose the road that have less people. I like to find a road nobody walked before. So many times I want to leave the medical, leave the medicine, while I'm still staying. There's no way to regret for the road you want to walk. You have to go all the way down. The reality and the idealism. You have to face it. Why you want to be a doctor? Why I want to go to medical school? Why everybody wants to join Siji? Reality and idealism. You have to think about it. Of course, I have a lot of confusion. So when I joined Siji, so next year will be 30 years in Siji Charity Foundation. In the process, I'm not a straight A student. I'm not the best teacher's mentor. Because I cannot bear all the care and the love. I was not normal when I was young. So if I accept any kind of caring, if I lost the care, I cannot stand it. So my mentor understand me, and my principal also understand me. I'm the student hard to teach. So when I cannot go fight for the finish my ranking, I apply again. So the student in Suji school are very lucky student because all those your mentors really care about you. That's a system in the Suji educational system. Every student got a mentor. So we accept the message. We should pass on to the young people. So before I want to be a teacher, I want to be a teacher in the physical education. When I entered the Tsinghua University, Master Zheng said, Master Zheng asked the school to prepare the bed with tall people because so the length of the bed will be like 2 meters because 4 students with a height over 1.8 meters. And the standard bed is 1.8 meters. So he can feel the care from the school. So all these, basketball player, we still stick together and we meet to play basketball every year. So those are very good past experience we share. The last but not the least. So this is from the Sutra. So medical, not just for your physical body, but for your heart is also very important to cure. So we need to tell the patient and their family or even student. So they should very clear heart and let them understand what Master Zeng is trying to tell all the people. When I was a student, I went through a lot of hardship. When I see other brother, sister, they have more hardship than me. My hardship is really compared to them is not too much. With this personal model from Master Zeng, it really helped me to go through all my hardship. This is all my sharing. So I want to ask a question for Sister Meiyun. So when you stay up late, what kind of drink you drink? So Meiyun said, just drink water. Just drink water. Don't stay up late. Don't ring. my sister late night. This is just a joke. I really feel that don't stay up late. So take good care of your body first before you can take care of other people. So keep a good health so everybody can do more things for more people. Thank you very much. So last time I went to visit. So can you give your sister to me? Don't stay up late. It's not my fault. If your sister wants to stay up late, it has nothing to do with me. This is our new product. It's good for your health. So the presentation is not I received not from Dr. Cai, but from Sister Kaixuan. How come the style is different from Dr. Cai? The skill for the PPT, Dr. Cai already have his style. And his sister Kaixuan learned from him. Why everybody should listen to Dr. Cai's sharing with full attention what he was saying. that attracts everybody's notice.
不到1个半月，所以各位，这就是周信宏我们10周年的时候看到我们总编站出来讲话，突然跟旁边人说你们认识他是谁吗？为什么我们不认识的人一下子变成我们月上云端的总编周信宏？你了解我的慧眼识英雄了吗？麦克风给你。
那我要跟老师提醒一下，到明天为止我就满周年了。
哦，满周年了，恭喜 Happy Birthday to you，Happy Birthday to you，Happy Birthday to us，Happy Birthday，Congratulations，Congratulations，So anniversary good 哈，所以非常的感恩，时间会过得很快的。好。所以非常感恩你们2个可以回去了啊！我这里就是串联爱哈，所以刚刚说我们串联爱现在回来了，我们预告一下下个星期下午2点，然后新品在这里，
So these are some ginger.
然后这些都是非常棒的。重要的下个礼拜我们会遇到谁？来，英国联络处的副负责人张。
So next week we have Sister Yao Hua and Sister Wang Hui from Shandong, and Sister Hanwen and his brother will be online with us next week. I love to be with you because you got the positive energy. We only strive for the beauty. So walk forward, you will get good luck. You can have no power, but you have to be influential. Thank you. Bye bye.